ladybug pincers are not this big, and they do not protrude from their mouths. This ladybug takes a huge bite out of this blade of grass, and after Jimmy crushes it, the blade is completely healed. Also, Jimmy rolls onto the blade with his ass. So this ladybug must have used its teleporting powers to end up on Jimmy's head. Certainly, either Double D or Jimmy would have noticed there was a human being hanging from a tree right where their little microbiology lesson took place. I mean, Double D only takes a few steps to run into him.
With a little paint, that football could look like an alligator.
But do you paint it? No, you just stick a bunch of shit on it.
Come, Kevin.
He is coming! Stop pressuring him! Why is Rolf letting Wilfred walk with Johnny in his mouth? Don't you think Rolf would say, "Wilfred, release the large-noggin wood boy! Devouring the flesh of a human will lead you to the life of a prison guard!" Or something like that. Wilfred was on this side of Rolf, but Johnny emerges from his other side.
It's really moving.
What happened to the leash that Ed had it on? Where's Wilfred? This whole episode is about Double D thinking the kids are all losing their minds, and his diagram of an alligator anatomy makes me think he is too. This isn't necessarily the alligator's stomach, it's just the side of its body. Also, I don't see any teeth right here, though there is one on this side of its mouth. Did this alligator lose a tooth in a fight against a crocodile? And why is tail labeled so close to its ass when there's plenty of tail way down here?
First lesson is how to differentiate between an alligator and a recreational toy.
So the only way to tell an alligator from a toy is to grab the alligator and peel off its skin? But what if it ends up not being a toy? The alligator would maul the shit out of you. Basically, you'll never know the difference without getting killed in the process. And that's just not fair.
Naz, please switch seats with Ed.
Ed was sitting on the log right by Eddy, but Naz sits in this chair. So they didn't technically switch seats. And is having the beautiful girl sit next to Eddy really helping or hurting? I mean, I could never concentrate in school when I sat next to a hottie. While we're on the subject, why is there an extra seat here, Double D? In case Jib showed back up? Jib would probably say school is for suckers.
Our break from school has turned us into lumbering, nonsensical ninnies.
Yeah, but isn't that the great thing about summer? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I think Johnny is floating above this log like that little girl from The Exorcist. That's creepy.
If we don't provide ourselves with some sort of mental stimulation, we'll all be reduced to protoplasm.
I think Double D was right. 'Cause look, Kevin and Ed are completely gone. Littering.
I am back.
You didn't go anywhere, you fucking lump.
Ed, why would a watermelon want to be a tree?
Well, the watermelon does have seeds. The seeds could grow into a tree. And yes, I know damn well watermelons don't grow on trees, but Ed probably doesn't. For his standards, that's not a bad guess.
I'm a little acorn, and when I grow up, I want to be a tree.
Think about it, Double D. Does an acorn really want to be a tree? I mean, an acorn either grows into a tree or dies. It's more like the best of a bad situation.
Plank thought we just collect stuff.
Then why are you looking around the playground and not at the junkyard? This paper has a signature line at the bottom when Johnny holds it up, but as Sarah chases him, it's just more chicken scratch. Littering again!
The humble beat is the answer to all riddles.
So you're saying nothing beats beats? Sounds like some Dr. Dre slogan. Double D's hairs shrink when he turns around. Aw, now I just feel like an asshole. Normally, I'd add a sin for making me feel such a way, but out of respect for this person, I won't. But I wonder why they chose to dedicate this episode to him and not the far better one that preceded it. I mean, this episode revolves around idiocracy, and I'd be offended. But maybe you just had to know this guy. Or maybe because this episode had Wilfred in it. Still, this makes me question what my friends would have dedicated to me. It's a sin in my book, but in this case I'm still not gonna sin. R.I.P. Sean.